Hello and welcome back to the Weirded Beardo Plays Airport CEO. So last time we played, I started my my interpretation of Love Field I don't know if that's an international airport anymore or not, but Love Field Airport, found in Texas, and so we continue on with that. Now, something I realized was having two runways like this is kind of dumb. Sadly, that struck me a little late. So, what I'm going to do, or what I'm thinking of doing anyway, is keeping these stands and see, even doing that, it's just too tall. It's too tall. You know, I've done it. I'm gonna deal with it as it is. I'm not gonna start over because that took a long time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do what I can to buy this area up here. So we're going to have to make money and do all that on our own, so that hopefully we can buy more land. More land is definitely you want to start small in this game. Don't blow all your money like I have, building huge buildings that are just empty because you can't afford to put stuff in them. As you can see, I have 168 grand, but I am losing almost $6,000 an hour on construction workers and everything, and it's kind of insane. But what I want to do is go ahead. We're going to we'll open this for commercial. I've got the desk. Might as well go ahead and speed that up all the way. We'll open it for commercial, and I don't know if we want to do general as well. That may take a little while. We also need to run tarmac, or not tarmac, but taxiway down to this end, but I'm not even going to worry about it right this second. If I don't have to have it, I'm not going to have it. So I may end up having to have it. I'm not sure. Never had one that just had one end with the taxiway, so we'll find out. Alright, so we have our first desk. We want to connect that stand to this, or the stand to that desk, and that's done. Now I can open it. I think I can, yeah, toggle commercial. I can toggle general aviation, and that's done. And my little worker bees are just running around like crazy, swarming like ants. Oh, game chug. Alright. Now they have updated to, I'm running 22.1 now. With 22, I believe they added recurring flights and some other optimization stuff. And this thing, it gets optimized, you know, that they're actively trying to optimize it as best they can. But just kind of taking them a minute. Wonder, I'm betting service road won't fit in there. Oh, it will. How about that? Oh, and service road can even cross over the taxiways. That's awesome too. Okay, so because we are going to eventually want to put in fuel and everything, and the truck's got to be able to get there somehow. Plus, it's got the little crosswalk for the actual people coming out from the desk and everything. So, all right, so that one's done. This one's still going. Another thing that they did was they added in a better tutorial. It's more step-by-step and easier to understand, which is a good thing, because when I first was trying to learn how to play this, everything was kind of out of sorts and weird order and everything. So it was strange. I'll give you that. So now we're down to only losing $1,682 per hour. Still sitting at 147 in the bank. Alright. They're slowly building those bathrooms up. Not really worried so much about the storefront space or anything. I mean, it's not going to be that huge of a deal, I don't think. I'm just hoping we can make enough money to offset our costs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and skip the video forward to when we're actually able to start taking flights. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and here's what we've done so far. I have opened these two stands for commercial only, no general aviation. I have opened these two stands both for general aviation only, because we have no check-in desk over there, so leave it open for the private planes and whatnot to come in and park. I have added two or three janitors. I have security personnel enough to operate two pass-throughs, so two of the four are working. I have people in the information booths, and I have also hired enough people to work a couple of different ticket counters. So with that, we will go ahead and check out what contracts we can get for these airlines to come in. So let's start looking. Now, all these are more or less boilerplate. They're all fairly the same. They require 7 days, and they'll usually give you about 7 flights. The time to complete is usually the same, 3 days, but the payment per flight is different. So that one's $3,300. This one's $2,900. $3,300. Another Stripe Air. This one's 5 flights for $2,400. This one is 6 flights for $3,100. 6 flights for $3,100. And when they expire, then it's done. So they do have a recurring flight option. Now this one, let's see, 5 flights requiring a small stand and 1 check-in desk. You have 8 days to complete it. So I mean, they're pretty boilerplate. So what I'm going to do, this one was $3,300. I'll take him, and I believe this one over here was also $3,300. I'll take him. And so now I just have to schedule these flights. So let's do that. So Skylink, I want to have you. And for some reason there's a helicopter flying around. My apartment, which is pretty rare, but he seems to have gone away. Alright. He was awful low. I hope, I don't know if that was a care flight or what, but I hope everybody's alright. So, continuing on, we're going to put those there. Now we'll just go to the next day, and we can kind of put them wherever we want here. Try and keep them all in the same stand. Not sure when the recurring flight thing happens, if that's something you have to unlock. I'm sure it is, because you have to unlock just about everything. Okay, so we have those. Those are all set and ready to go. And let's get this show a-rolling. Next thing I need to do, I'm only losing 1,300 now per day, which is a lot less than I was. Next thing I want to do is see about hiring people for the board. Now, first thing we're going to need, I believe, is if we look through procurement here. I could go ahead and get the gas, the AV gas, and I can't unlock that till I get a CIO. Alright. Interesting. That's all it's showing up. Well, that's different. Because we were, like, you would get like this huge list. So I'm not sure what's up with this. Interesting. Okay, no worries. Go ahead and hire the CFO. Let's go down here, search for CFOs, and we have a couple here now. You graduated with a 2.9. There's a B average, and you have a C average, but you want that much money. Yeah, we'll take you. Okay, so we now have a CFO. And why is my airport reading closed? Let's go to operations, open the airport, open all security, and we should be all set. Always accept general aviation. Okay. Oh, and the runway is open. Okay, just double checking. So we should be all set. So I'm going to need, I think it takes 4 people for each. So if I deactivate this one, and this one, then they should come over to these. So now that one's working, this one is not. I saw the guy walk off over here. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. Or she. Not a clue. I don't have Mind Reader unlocked yet, so I can't just see what they're thinking. They may be coming all the way down here. Now this is a little bit of a snafu here. Looks like I'm going to have to hire back one. I'll take 2 construction workers. Just enough to put that wall back up. And we could probably go ahead and just put in a bus stop over here. With the sidewalk. Now, I don't see anything in regards to car pickup, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But we should be all set. So we should have a general aviation flight coming in. There he is. Yeah, he's going to need that taxiway. I was afraid they were going to, because that's just more money. I need to get my construction workers back, and of course insufficient funds to finish that out. Need to look at some loans here. 22. I can probably float this one. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to need more construction workers. See, this is basically what happens here. Oversights, that kind of thing, get you in the butt every time. But that's okay. It's easily taken care of. Don't know, I guess that plane's just going to sit on the runway now, because he has no way of getting off. Hold point not found. Right click on a taxiway near the runway to set. I kind of wonder if you can have like a midway hold point. Something like right here. I don't think it would do him any good. But there you go. So come on, construction guys. Let's get this going. There's a car actually following the road. And actually dropping people off. Now I probably need to get rid of that. Did not think about that. Let's see. They have no crosswalk to get across, and that's just going to make problems because people like this will get stuck over here and not be able to do anything about it. They're going to try and walk all the way around, probably to find one of these crosswalks over here. Just short-sightedness. It's what I do. And we've got people coming in, buying our first tickets. They, of course, have to carry all their luggage with them because we don't have baggage yet. But they have bought their ticket. And you can actually see the little boarding pass, where they're going from, to what time the plane boarding starts, all that good stuff. And here's this gentleman going through security, or lady going through security. They are hungry, but I have no ability to do anything about that just yet. I do need some janitors over here really bad. That's just kind of gross. Get to work, dude. Work faster. Faster. Let's see. You don't see it until you zoom in. But I mean, this is a huge area, so it's understandable. This guy's in here like, I need to use the bathroom, but there's no toilets. So we're making this the male, and we're making this female. So, males. We need urinals, sinks, and a whole line of toilets. Alright, females. All we really need are toilets and sinks. And I'm going to throw in a trash can, just for hopes that it won't be completely disgusting when they are leaving. So I don't have anybody at these stands yet. Boarding opens at 1:40 p.m. Still 10:46, so no big deal. Construction guys, tell me you are over here. You're busy building the sidewalk. Really? Let's speed it up, because this is getting kind of dumb. I don't know why. I guess they build the closest thing first. I'm not sure. We'll see. You guys have a lot of taxiway to put in. Just saying. I have a feeling that one of these flights is going to get canceled because they can't land due to the aircraft sitting on the runway. We shall see. It's almost time for boarding. I really shouldn't have done that. Now they're going to work on it. Taking you guys long enough. I mean, it is a long one. I really wish that guy could just turn around and exit on the other end, but not a lot I can do, I don't think. Now this, you can set it for arrivals only, departure only, or both. And it does take damage over time. So there's nothing that can say turn around or anything like that. So take this, if you guys buy this game, play it, take this as a lesson learned. Be sure that the taxiway operates from both ends. Go ahead and put the nodes in just in case I get lucky and he can kind of drive on these. Set a hold point. There we go. So now at least now he's not going to drive in the field. Planes taxi on grass all the time, but yeah, he can't. He's too good for it. I wonder, I don't know if the nodes have to be all the way. There we go. Okay, so you just have to completely connect them on either side. Now we've got flights coming in. Those are 2 general aviation flights. There's 1 paying customer. Sure. Now this fella here, he just wants to get on the runway and take off. This guy here also waiting, but this is coming in. This is our Skylink flight. We get 15 bucks for every person offloading here. A lot of people trying to use restrooms that do not exist yet, which is kind of sad. Guess we'll delay the flight by 1 hour. Hopefully that won't hurt us too badly. Holy cripes. What is going on here? Where did all my construction people go? What? Okay, so I'm guessing they're all stacking up here in what should be a giant fiery explosion, waiting on these gates to open up. Awesome. This is a very haphazard opening to a interesting approach, I guess we could say, to building the airport. Now, once these guys get out here and finish building the runway and taxiway and all that good stuff, and once all these people get on this plane and it takes off, then we should be looking at hopefully this little traffic jam down here not exploding. So we got $3 grand as it pushes back, and it's going to turn around and make its way to the runway, and this guy's going to come up and take his place at the gate. So he stops on the hold short, aligns with the runway, and he's gone. So those are just the delayed flights. I thought like a tarmac area would be good, but it turns out that tarmac area, well, they renamed it now to concrete tile. It's you know, a place where the plane could just go and sit until it's time, but it's apparently not that way. So live and learn. Yes, delays, delays, delays. Alright, let's speed it back up. And hopefully we'll be able to have all these flights taken care of, and then the next day everything will be a-okay with the scheduling and whatnot, because overnight I don't generally accept flights. They're only coming in because they've been delayed and all that. So as they fill up, they come up, and the next one's ready to go. Hopefully we'll be able to do this better the next day. So yeah, I have nothing coming in during this time, so until 5 o'clock we can play catch up here. The people are all coming in. Everybody's getting on the plane. I have a bunch of people just sitting here. Not sure what that's about. I'm guessing the sprites didn't get removed. I'm not sure. Have to keep an eye on that, just to see if it's something that see if it's been reported or not. But anyway, we've got the airport sort of kind of working. We've cleared out our little traffic jam down here, so hopefully the next episode will run a lot smoother, and we'll be able to start unlocking some things, provided we can afford it. So until next time, y'all take care. Bye bye.